Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing the unboxing and the try-on of the new Jeffree Star Cosmetics Orgy collection. Now, everyone on Twitter was like, and Instagram, everyone was like, Bree, are you getting the Orgy collection? Bree, did you get anything from the Orgy launch? Bree, what did you get? Did you get the palette? And girl, bet your bottom dollar that I did. On launch day, I made quite a hefty, expensive order, and it arrived yesterday in this box. And let me tell you, it took everything in my being not to open it right then and there because I'm actually really excited about this collection. Now, the last palette he did, the cremated palette, that one has probably become one of my new favorite palettes. I just love the colors of it. I love the idea behind it, even though a lot of people were really upset about it. I was personally very much a fan, and I'm even more excited for the Orgy collection because now the last thing that I need in my life is another neutral palette, but the whole difference between all my other neutral palettes is that this one is a Jeffree Star neutral palette. So that right there is just, you know, it's a given. I have to have it. I'm very excited about it. So in this video, we are going to be unboxing and looking at everything that I got. And we are also going to be doing a makeup look, which is why I don't have any eyeshadow on my eyeballs. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to unboxing this new collection. I'm so excited about it. I have my little box cutter right here, and we are going to open this up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It did take like almost 3 weeks to get to me, which, you know, was a little frustrating because probably by the time I upload this, like, it's gonna be old news and people just aren't gonna give a shit anymore, but I give a shit, and I'm sure some of you still give a shit on what I think about it, so. Ooh, oh my gosh, okay. So, right when you open it up, we have this baby pink wrapping paper. Then we have everything on the inside. So, the very first thing that we have in here is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Orgy Palette Bundle. I'm so excited. I love the color of this tissue paper. I also got one of the new lip glosses, and I also got a mirror. Now, I already have 3 Jeffree Star mirrors. Oh, there's the picture. Okay, I was like, they better have sent me a picture, bitch. Here is the picture that came with this launch. Oh my gosh, freaking gorgeous ass man. Love it. Like I was saying, I already have 3 Jeffree Star Cosmetics mirrors. I have the one that came with the Halloween mystery box. I have the Jawbreaker mirror, and then I just have the plain black one that my sister actually bedazzled for me. But when I saw the mirrors that he was releasing with this collection, I was like, wham bam, thank you ma'am, I have to get one. So I'm actually gonna unbox that one first, and then we can get to unboxing the palettes and the gloss and all that good stuff. I love this mirror. Can't wait to see it in person, if I can get it open. All right, are you guys ready? The Jeffree Star Cosmetics mirror that I got. Oh my gosh. My gosh, hopefully you guys can see that okay. So the mirror that I got is the beautiful, like, matte chocolate brown. Look at that, you guys. This literally looks like a candy bar, and I actually want to eat it. This is so pretty. It is so incredibly soft. I absolutely love the matte texture to this. I think this is so freaking pretty, and it just says Jeffree Star Cosmetics down at the bottom here. Oh, I love this mirror. Yes, ma'am. The next thing that we got before we move on to the palettes is I did end up picking up one of the glosses, and I originally wasn't going to, but when I watched his reveal video and I saw one of the glosses, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it. So the lip gloss that I ended up getting from this specific collection is this beautiful one, and this one is in the shade Silk Robe. First off, look at the packaging. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It has like this really nice nude top with the little kind of like brown, yeah, brown Jeffree Star Cosmetics logo. And then here is what the name of this one is, Silk Robe. I really wanted to get this one because this one really reminded me of his velour liquid lipstick Posh Spice, and this one was like the gloss version of that. So I wonder if these ones have a smell. They do. They almost kind of smell like vanilla in a way. So, oh, I'm really excited. Definitely going to be using this today as well. And now for the big reveal. The Orgy palette. Now this one, I was only going to get the big Orgy palette and not the mini one, but on launch day when I went on a site and I saw that they had the palette bundle and I could save a little bit of extra coin, I was like, shoot, I'm just gonna get the bundle. So I did end up getting the big one and the small one, and I've actually seen a lot of videos and a lot of tweets going around saying that the mini bundle, or the mini palette is not as good as some of his other minis. So I'm very curious about that. People said that they were pressed, you know, really hard. The payoff wasn't good. They couldn't get any good colors. So we're just gonna kind of have to see what my thoughts are on that. But everything comes nice individually bubble wrapped, which is good. So in this first one, we have the mini Orgy palette. And on the front, as you can see, we have a bunch of beautiful nude people, you know, just taking a nap. What's wrong? Nothing wrong with that. I can get down with a naked nap party. That sounds fantastic. The outer packaging, that's what that is. And then when you open it up to reveal the actual palette, if I can, ooh! And so once you take it out of the box, this is what the actual palette looks like. So as you can see, it's pretty much the same as the outer packaging, but it's kind of like a muted, like pink sepia color. And it just says Mini Orgy with Jeffree Star Cosmetics right down here. And it is the exact same size of all of his other mini palettes that he has released. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up and see this in person for the first time. I'm just gonna take out this little plastic bit. Ta-da! Wow, okay. So this one is really pretty, and the whole reason why I wanted this palette was for this one right here in the middle. Ooh! Guys, I am just not with it today. What the F? As for this middle shade right here, which is Frozen Fire. I saw this one and I was like, okay, like I can get down with some Frozen Fire. That looks really nice. And I am kind of seeing what everyone else was talking about as far as like how they were pressed. Because if you look at the shade, what is this one? Glass Wet, for example, I feel like that one looks pressed a little bit funny. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't know, it looks kind of weird. And then same with Foam Party down here. I don't know, those look a little weird. So I'm actually gonna swatch Glass Wet. Oh. Okay, so here is what Glass Wet looks like swatched. As you can see, there's a lot of fallout, like it's all over my pinky and my hand now. And this one, huh. Yeah, I don't know. Right away when I opened the palette and looked at it, that one just looked kind of funny to me. And the pigmentation with that one is not, it's not normal Jeffree Star quality, you know what I'm saying? So I'm actually gonna swatch Foam Party next, that other one that looked kind of silly. Right here. Yeah, that's really weird, you guys. Like, I hope the big palette isn't like this, but the little one, I don't know, it's really not impressing me all that much. So I can definitely see what people are saying, and I guess people are saying that Jeffree Star had a very failed launch. Honestly, if you're considering getting the Orgy palette, right away I'm just gonna say maybe skip out on the mini one, because I don't know, like these swatches are just not, like they don't look like Jeffree Star cosmetic swatches, you know what I'm saying? They just don't have that same kind of like wow quality that some of his other mini palettes and other palettes do. Okay, so those are my first little initial thoughts on the mini Orgy palette, and the big kahuna is the one that I have really wanted, and that is the big boy, the Orgy palette. So as you can see, it just says Orgy right across the top here, and in between the letters we pretty much have the same look that was going on with the mini one, just a bunch of naked nappy people. And when you open it up, this is like what I'm most excited for. I really like that Jeffree Star is putting himself on more of his packaging. I just think he knows how to do things really well and really tastefully. No, I think we might have a broken one, guys. Because right when I took it out, you can see a bunch of eyeshadow. Interesting. Right off the bat, I like the way this feels. It almost has like a very like matte feeling to this, a very soft feeling to this palette, which I really like. And the front of this palette, like I was saying, I love this. So as you can see, again, it just says Orgy right there. And on each of the letters, we have little mini baby Jeffree Stars right here, fully naked, looking hot as shit. I absolutely love the way that they did this. I just think it looks really nice. And it's also cool because from far away, if you just kind of glance at it, it almost looks like little flowers. But once you go up close, it's like, damn. Get it, Jeffree. Right off the bat, the packaging gets 10 out of 10 stars for me. But I am a little nervous because it looks like we might have a broken shade. Okay, we're good. We're good, guys. Woo! When you open it up, here is what the inside of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Orgy palette looks like. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely beautiful. Now, as you can see down here towards the darker shades, is quite a bit of, I don't know if this happened during shipping or production, I'm not really sure, but it does have some like little bits of eyeshadow right here. Not a huge deal, I can easily clean that up, but that does make me nervous, like, are these gonna come flying out at me when I'm trying to use them? I absolutely love all of the shades right here. The names of the shades are even better. My favorite name is probably Glory Hole down here. We have Happy Ending, Bed or Floor. I don't know. He comes up with the best freaking names ever. The one thing that I do not like about this palette, now that I have it in person and I'm looking at it, I do not like the top row of these eyeshadows. One, because I don't really wear eyeshadows of this color all that much, so that's just kind of like a personal preference. But I also don't really like them because they look way too similar. You know what I mean? Teach Me and Vanilla Latex almost look identical in person. I don't know how it's picking up on camera. And Implant and Silk Robe look almost identical in person. So not really a huge fan of the top row. If I were, you know, making this palette, I would have probably taken a few of those shades out. But regardless, I absolutely love all of the other colors. I think my favorite row out of this whole palette is probably this row right here. We have a lot of really nice transition shades. We have a lot of really nice neutral, kind of those like brownie mustardy shades that I really like. So definitely these two rows are probably my favorite and are probably the rows that I'm going to be dipping into quite a bit. So those are my thoughts on the initial look at this palette right here. Out of 5 stars, I'll probably give this maybe 3.5. And the one reason is because the mini orgy. Now, typically with pressed eyeshadows like this that are really shimmery, that are really glittery, sometimes you almost always have to use them wet and with a finger, which I mean, technically speaking, this is the orgy collection, you know, getting them wet with your finger. It's fitting. It's fitting. So that is the unboxing portion of this video. Now, if you guys want to see me actually try the eyeshadows, that is going to be right now. So if you want to see me put these eyeshadows on my eyelids, then keep watching. I did move you guys in a little bit closer so we can see better. If you're noticing that this side of my face is like oddly redder and more inflamed than this side, I had a really bad migraine last night and I fell asleep with an ice pack on my head and I woke up with a little bit of an ice burn on the side of my head. So just ignore that. Don't worry, no one's beating me. I'm fine. Okay, so another reason that I'm really excited to use this palette today is because I was at an Ulta not too long ago, and because Morphe is a piece of shit, and decided to, you know, not work with Jeffree Star anymore, all of his stuff was 50% off. So I snagged myself the Jeffree Star X Morphe Brush Collection because I never got a chance to get this and I absolutely hated the setting spray. So when I saw that these were on sale, I was like, I will take them. So I'm really excited to do this eye look today. One, because this is my first time ever trying Morphe brushes and I want to know what all the hype is because everyone talks about Morphe brushes and how amazing they are, so I'm really going to be kind of testing a little bit of everything today, if you know what I'm saying. So, okay, so I think the first shades that I'm going to go in with, I'm going to kind of mix them together, is I'm going to go in with, if I can get it to focus, I'm going to go in with Bed or Floor and a little bit of Safe Sex, and I'm going to kind of mix those two together and kind of put that all in the crease area. So I'm just going to take a little bop bop of each of those. I'm using the JS8 brush and we are just going to go in. Ooh, wow. Okay. So the Mini Orgy may have been disappointing as fuck, but these eyeshadows are definitely that buttery, awesome, creamy Jeffree Star quality. There is quite a bit of kickback in the pan. I mean, that's not a huge deal to me. I don't really care, but I know a lot of other people care. So I'm just letting you all know about that. And I'm going to take this pretty high up the brow bone here and then kind of down on the lower lash line. And so far I have absolutely no complaint about the brushes. I think they're really nice. I think it's cool how like down towards the end they get a little bit thinner, so I do actually kind of like that. And I'm going to move on and do the exact same thing on the other eye. Just kind of warm up that crease, bring it up to the brow bone, you know, all that good stuff. Gosh, these are so pretty. And I also love the mirror. I fucking can't. It literally looks like a chocolate bar and I straight up want to eat it. I'm not even kidding. Like, I kind of want to... It's not chocolate. Alright, so there are those two colors on and fully blended out. Oh my god, they're so pretty. And I know to a lot of people they're like, Bree, calm the fuck down. They're just neutral shades. I'm not kidding you guys. When I have like a brown eyeshadow like this, it's like I'm seeing Jesus Christ in person. I love the look of these brown neutral shades on my face. I think they are so pretty. All right, I think the next shade that I'm going to go in with is a little bit of Implant and Silk Robe, and I'm gonna kind of put that all over the eyelid, and I'm gonna be using the JS10 brush for that. Take a little bit of those, mix them up, and just kind of put that in that negative space that we left from the other two. So just, you know, something like that. Okay, next I kind of want to dip into one of the more darker, more like seductive shades, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I almost want to take a mixture of this shade, which is Craving Chocolate, and kind of mix it with this one, which is Booby Trap, and just kind of really, really darken up. I have a hair. Kind of really want to darken up the outer corner of this eye look because I feel like that's just what it's missing. To do that, I'm going to take the JS5 brush and I'm going to mix those two together. Take this little plastic covering that came with the Mini Orgy palette and I'm just going to place it right there. And I'm really going to start smoking out this outer corner. Oh, yeah. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Oh my gosh, these darker shades are super pigmented. Okay, and I know it looks a little bit on the sloppy magapi side right now, but don't worry. We will clean her up. Going back in with the JS8 brush, and that's the one that we used those transition shades in the beginning. And I'm just going through and kind of buffing out those two darker shades just to make them look a little, you know, better. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty! I'm just using a clean JS6 brush and I'm just kind of buffing everything out, making sure that it's nice and blended, because I don't know what the fuck is happening over here, but I just cannot get that to blend out very nicely. Could be like my skin is like super red and irritated over here, so that could be why, but I don't know. Who the fluff knows what's going on nowadays? Okay, and then to make things a little bit more, you know, darker, I'm going to go in with the shade down here, which is Orgy, you know, the name of the palette. And I'm going to go in with my JS12 brush, and I'm going to take just the slightest bit of that, and I'm going to run that just right in the crease here, ever so slightly. God, these are so pigmented. Holy shit, I like barely dipped into that one. You guys can kind of see where I'm going with this, right? Like, I know it's really messy, and I'm gonna clean it up, don't worry. But you guys kind of see where I'm going with this, like just like super neutral, but also like really dark and smoky at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. Lapper. Alright, so I'm gonna leave those alone for now, kind of let them, you know, simmer a little bit. And I'm going to move on to the bottom portion of the eyes. Where did I put? There it is. I'm actually going to be using a couple of Jeffree Star's lip liners, which I never use them as lip liners because this is the old formula, and the old formula isn't really that good. He did come out with a new formula of these, making them a little bit more creamier, which thank God, because these are just like they're not good, but they make fantastic eyeliners. So I'm going to take a mixture of the Celebrity Skin and Posh Spice old lip liners, and I'm actually going to be putting those on my lash line. Just looks like that. I was gonna originally do black, but I figured that would be like a little too much. So I just did the Celebrity Skin, just kind of like a nice nudie brown. And I am gonna put a little bit of Posh Spice in there as well. And then I'm actually gonna go back in with my JS12 brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of the Craving Chocolate shade and maybe a little bit of Money Shot. And I'm actually gonna kind of sweep those underneath on the lower lash line a little bit. Okay, so that is it for all of the matte shades. Now we are going to move into the Mini Orgy palette, and we are going to try to get these to work. We're gonna see what we can do. So I think the shade that I really want to use is, I was itching my nose, don't worry. It always gets really itchy because I don't wear makeup that much anymore because we have to wear a mask everywhere, so I hardly ever wear makeup, and when I do, my skin's like, what is this shit? The shade that I really want to try is this one up here, just because I feel like it would go really well with the rest of my eye makeup, and that is this shade right here called Gagging. And I'm going to be using my JS11 brush. I sound so fancy saying that. And I'm actually going to try this shade on the eyelid where we applied Silk Robe and Implant. I'm actually going to try it dry first. Never mind, I'm going to go right into trying it wet. There is like no color payoff when it's dry, like at all. There we go, kind of. Okay, maybe like a brush is not the best idea with these because I feel like it's not really blending out all that well. I feel like these would best be suited for your finger. My pinky, lickety split. Okay, yeah, that looks much better. Here's what Gagging looks like on the eyelids. I do really like it, but I do not like the formula of this mini palette at all. Honestly, and this is coming from a very large Jeffree Star fan, I would skip out on this one. I wouldn't even get it because it's not that great. I'm just gonna take what's left over on my brush and kind of put some of that Gagging shade in the inner corner. Of course, I'm getting all these eye boogies now. I am going to be doing some liquid eyeliner on my top waterline, my top lash line, and then we're also going to be putting on some mascara, and I'm thinking I actually might wear some lashes today, so that's kind of cool. I don't wear false eyelashes very much, so let me go off camera really quick, do my eyeliner, and then I will be back to do the mascara and the lashes and stuff, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here is the winged liner and the mascara all done. As you can see, those two things just really kind of pull a look together. I really like the way that it has turned out so far. Now, I think I'm still gonna do some lashes, and then the only other thing that we have to do is highlight and the lips using the new gloss. So, let me grab my lashes. So, the kind of lashes that I have today, these are actually some that my sister had that she didn't want anymore. And these are the Salon Perfect Wispies. And they just look like this. They're just very big, kind of natural wispy lashes. And I think this would kind of, you know, add to the seductiveness of this whole look. So let's try them. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. I haven't worn lashes in God knows how long. So let's do it. My finger has a skirt. The one thing that I don't like about false eyelashes is, one, you have to wait for the glue to get tacky, which I'm very impatient. I hate doing that. And the other thing that I hate about them is at the end of the day when you take your makeup off, everything is just so sticky from the glue, and I can't stand that. That's the only thing I have against false eyelashes. Like, I almost want to try those what's the ones I always see ads for all the time? Like the magnetic lashes where you put the liner on and the lash is like magnetic to it. I really want to try that because that just sounds like something right up my alley because you don't have to fuck around with any sticky ass glue. You know what I'm saying? So that just sounds nice. I did it. Wow. These are kind of fun, huh? And while those are finishing up drying, I'm going to pop on some highlighter really quick. And to do that, I'm actually going to use this little highlighter palette right here. This is the Rach Loves and Pixie collab. I don't even know if who that is, if that's like a YouTuber or something. And I'm actually going to go in with the shade Lace right here, which is like a really pretty shade, and I think that would make a really nice highlighter. So I'm just gonna go in. Oh, work. Wow, that's really pretty. I really like that. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of that same highlighter and just put it on the inner corners. So there's how everything is looking so far. The only thing we have left to do is the lips, which I'm really excited about because I really want to try this new lip gloss. Where the fuck did I put it? Her. So I'm actually going to go in and line my lips first, and this one is probably one of my favorite lip liners. This is just like an LA Colors one, like literally $1, and this is in the shade Cappuccino. I don't know, man. I love it. So I'm gonna line my lips first with this, and then I'm just gonna fill them in with some Celebrity Skin. This is a fucking look, and I match the mirror. Ooh. So now that the liquid lip has dried completely, now we can go in and try the new lip gloss, and I'm so excited. I feel like it's really gonna kind of nude everything out because like Celebrity Skin is very, what's the word, like warm toned, I want to say. So this one might make it look a little bit different, but here we go. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. Probably one of my new favorite glosses. Now what I will say is these ones feel a little bit thicker and a little bit more tacky and sticky than some of his other lip glosses. I don't know if that's because there's more pigment in these ones, but I absolutely love, 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 love the color of this one. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And they feel almost like cooling and like nourishing on the lips. Like I could definitely wear this all day, but I will say it is a little bit more on the sticky side, you know what I'm saying? But Amazon, 10 bucks. You need it. If you set your face, you need this. Alright guys, and here is what the look looks like, all finished up, eyeshadow, lip gloss, everything. I absolutely love it. Now, I know for a lot of people this may be a little bit more on the boring side, and I get it. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it is just another neutral ass eyeshadow palette. It's something we've seen it all before from everyone, but I don't know, guys. I love the layout of the palette. I love how it goes from the lightest all the way down to the darkest. I love all of the different kinds of transition shades. Blah, that's really hard to say. I do, like, some of my favorite eyeshadow shades are these, like, brownie colors right here. I don't know. There's just something about them that it just always, like, gets my attention, and I absolutely love it. So, yes, it is another neutral eyeshadow palette, but at the end of the day, I give the Orgy palette 5 out of 5 stars. I do really like it. Well, okay, maybe not a full 5 stars, maybe like a 4.8, just because I feel like this top row right here is a little bit unnecessary, at least for my life. Now, that may, you know, this top row may be someone else's ultimate favorite row out of the whole palette, and that's totally fine. But for me, I'm not really a huge fan of the top row, so I will give this palette a full 4.8 out of 5 stars. I love the packaging. I love the way it feels. I love the sexy little Jeffrees on every letter. I don't know. I really like it. I like the color payoff. As you guys saw, all of the matte shadows are very super pigmented and awesome. Next thing that I'm definitely going to give 5 out of 5 stars is the gloss. I absolutely love the way that it looks. It makes my lips look nice and wet and juicy and just really like sexy. I really, really like the gloss. That is also 5 out of 5 stars. I also really like the mirror, the matte chocolate candy bar looking mirror. Really, really like this one. My only complaint with this is I feel like this could get dirty really, really easily, so you kind of want to just be careful and keep it as clean as you can. Now, the only thing that I'm gonna say was a fail out of this whole collection was the mini Orgy palette. I'm gonna give this like 2.5 out of 5 stars. I mean, you guys saw it for yourself. The swatches weren't that great. The application wasn't so great. Really, the only way to get this to somewhat work is lick your finger, get it in there, and put it on your eye like that. Which, you know, is fine, but at the end of the day, that's just like extra steps, you know, and it's 2020 and Americans were lazy as fuck, so that's just an extra step. Not really a huge fan of this, and you know, when I saw people saying stuff about this palette, I was like, oh geez, they're probably over exaggerating because everybody hates Jeffree Star. But no, like, people are straight up being honest as fuck. Like, this one really isn't that good. You'll have to let me know what you think of the eyeshadow down below. Think this launch was a fail? Did you think it was a success? Would you personally get this palette? Let me know down below. I would absolutely love to know your thoughts. Everything that I have for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure you go down and give this video a huge thumbs up. It would help me out a lot. Also, if you are new to my channel and this is the first video of mine that you are seeing, first off, I just want to welcome you to the family. Make sure you go down and hit that red subscribe button. I do upload every 3 to 4 days here. But as for the rest of you, I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. I love you guys.